Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Sava here from Football Heritage TV. Just when you think the Spurs circus can't get more Spursy, circusy, it does. Tottenham Hotspur, that 1 ounce of faith I had in this club being able to put something right, that one small ounce of hope, that thread, that moral fibre in you that knows you're going against your better instincts, that knows that the club are going to mess up somehow. And they've managed to do it again. They've managed to do it again, haven't they, Tottenham Hotspur? They've managed to do it. Tottenham Hotspur, Tottenham Hotspur, Tottenham Hotspur. Arne Slot will not be joining Tottenham. He has announced today that he is staying at Feyenoord, which is wonderful. A manager I really wanted. I think a lot of the fan base were very excited at the thought of a young manager that's just done really well with a very young, hungry, attacking, pressing, ambitious group of players. Can he come to Spurs? Can he buy those young players? Can he implement it? And he's rejected us. Now, there's a couple of ways of looking at this. The bookies had him as favourite. We were in talks with him. Lots of conversation from him. The sound bites coming out that he's looking to move. He has conversations with Feyenoord yesterday. And by all intents and purposes, it looks like we've been used, and not in a bad way. I mean, I'd do it if I was him. We've been used as a bit of a paperweight. Sorry, a bit of a make-weight. We've been used as a pawn in the managerial negotiation game. And Arne Slot is staying at Feyenoord. Nagelsmann, Slot, Enrique, all the people we've spoken to, none of them are at this football club. And I've given Spurs the benefit of the doubt. Against my better judgment, I've given Spurs the benefit of the doubt. And don't worry, Spurs won't appoint a new manager until the season ends. Everything I thought was lining up for Slot to take over right after Sunday's game. But no, the Spurs circus continues. This has been 23 years of this circus, these games. Other clubs don't seem to have these issues. Other clubs don't seem to take this long in a managerial search. Other clubs don't seem to need to go through option 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get their man. Are we seeing the same thing that happened 2 years ago? Let me take your memory back. We sacked Jose Mourinho with 8, 9 games of the season to go and a cup final to play. We then took forever to appoint Nuno, after Conte had turned us down, after it had broken down with Fonseca, after Paratici had announced that Gattuso was going to be the guy and the Spurs fans demonstrated against it. 70-odd days later, Nuno's in place. We're going to make you proud. He lasted 3 months or 12 games, whatever he lasted. And then we had to go cap in hand back to Antonio Conte, who wasn't the right fit. But it was the name that would pacify the Spurs fans. It was the big name that made fans forget how bad our squad was. It was the big name. Are we going back there? Because now look at this season. Manager goes with X amount of games to go. First choice looked like it was Nagelsmann. Doesn't look like that's happening unless they can resurrect that. Second choice looked like it was Enrique. For some reason, that's not happened. Looks like third choice was Arne Slot. That's not happened. So, is this an absolute repeat of 2 years ago? Is anyone else just absolutely fed up with this shambolic football club? Why do people pay? I'm sorry, I'm on a rant. Why do people pay? Why do people go and watch this? Why do people go and support? Absolutely shocking. Look, I won't labour the point on Arne Slot, but many fans' favourite is now out of the running. And he's turned us down, if you think about it, to stay in the Eredivisie. Now, realistically, and I've got nothing against any other leagues, but whatever we were paying was surely going to be more than whatever Feyenoord were going to be paying. Just let that sink in. We're now being rejected by managers that are in smaller leagues. The chance to come and work in the Premier League. It's normally a big pull for people. Not for Tottenham Hotspur. Apparently Nagelsmann turned us down because he needed to know who was the director of football. Who is that guy? Why have we not got a director of football in place? Paratici left months ago. If it's somebody already in a job, fair enough, and we'll see next week. But what's going on? There's no manager, no director of football. There's no women's manager at the moment. The whole thing is a circus. It's an absolute shambles. And I normally try to keep quite level-headed and calm about these situations. But everyone has their tipping point, and I'm just so frustrated that just when you think that Levy and the club can't surprise you, that they do. Absolutely shocking from Tottenham Hotspur. We are an absolute joke. Who comes in? You've got Rodgers. You've got Potter. Spalletti's left Napoli. Ruud van Nistelrooy's left PSV. Glasner, could he come in? Ruben Amorim, could he come in? Is there anyone left field? Because you know we're not getting a De Zerbi. Everyone will go, what about De Zerbi? We would love him. We're not getting a De Zerbi. Anyway, I'll leave it there. I am going to be going live at 4 o'clock today to discuss all the managers. We'll have a live stream. Please join me then. Please leave your comments. Please like. Please subscribe. And for the love of God, Levy out. And if you didn't hear me at the back of the room, Levy out.